Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll go play action here with Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
18.
They're going for it. Here's Stroud.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Go.
Running left, it's Hall.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields.
Now he'll take this and run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
First and 10 on the 20-yard line.
So my latest song doesn't mean that I'm flying straight from Random Palm. Rolling out the Durban, my pudding was
Here we go. Move 58, move 58, set. Set high.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
At the 10-yard line.
Set high.
Out of the gun, they run him at Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Fields. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard from 10 yards out. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Texans nothing. Harrison Davis to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Second and 10.
On the quick, right? Look the hot, look the hot. 19 Texans. Hey.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here we go.
Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
All right.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
All right.
Throwing now is Stroud. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Quentin Williams with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Stroud working out of the gun. That is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 67 yards. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there and take the hit and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on fourth down, but they're going once more.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here goes Stroud again.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And Stroud now to throw. Down to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
fucking litty, I love when it's hot. Turn to the city, I broke out the nut. Got some more millions, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. She tried to diss me, it ain't me no fox. We call it toxic, cause they gonna talk. Took her out of balance, cause I'm hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Money.
Harrison Vivas to kick off.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down.
Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Now he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Stroud.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Again, running right is Chubb.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
On the quick.
Now Stroud. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
All right.
Stroud off the play fake.
That's out to Chubb, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Stroud now on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Stroud will look to throw once more. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 17 yards out. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Go.
Here's Fields.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Oh, ready?
Stroud to throw it.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackler. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Stroud out of the gun here. That's complete to Dell. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stroud looking to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28 to 14.
Texans 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go.
And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Ball again.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
112 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Don't jump. Ready?
Paul want to give up the middle. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Go.
They'll run with Hall. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, Scott. Right.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. A give running right is Hall. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Oh, right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stroud. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Houston, good night, everybody.